What's up? I'm going to show you how to get Kremvh's tooth. So, first thing you want to do is come to Dunwich Borers, which I showed on the map. And it's going to be crawling with raiders and later ghouls, but I already strolled through this location, so it's not going to be a big deal. I do recommend you bring a Mirelurk cake because it will help later on. You need this to be able to breathe underwater, and you can do this without it, but it will be very helpful if you do have some way to help you breathe underwater, whether that be a perk or a Mirelurk cake. So just bring something. So what we're gonna want to do is meander our ways down to the bottom of this little place, and it's gonna be a fight along the way, like I said earlier, but it's not too bad. And this place is really creepy. Like, I'm pretty sure my own follower is going to scare me in a minute or two. It's a creepy place. You'll see what I mean. But it's dark, and the lighting's... there's some lighting, but it's horrible. And so you're going to want to proceed this way, and fighting off the raiders, and there will be some turrets as well. Shouldn't be too bad. And you aren't going to want to go up here. You're going to want to go down there. And basically you're just going to want to continue going downwards. And if you read the terminals, there's an interesting little story about this. And one thing to note is there are circuit breakers at every station, every little numbered station. They turn the lights on and off, and that can be helpful later. But at the bottom of this pit, you're gonna meet this crazy lady, and by meet, I mean it's a named raider who you will kill. And if you're in doubt that she's crazy, read this. Beautiful. Now soon you're going to be swamped with visions, which I'm not lucky enough to have again because I've already been through this. But it's kind of creepy. So now the raiders will stop, and it's time for the ghouls. And it looks like I have my own little party up here, just especially for me. They came back to life. And what's up with these ghouls is they're going to be lying around everywhere. So what you're gonna want to do is when you come to a new station, or really if you progress at all, there will be those little circuit breakers like this one. You're going to want to turn it on so the lights come on, because that will kind of alert the ghouls and they'll start crawling out instead of when you're surrounded by them, because then they'll ambush you, and you're gonna need some stim packs and Rad-X and Radaway, because it gets crazy. And this place is really creepy. You can see Hancock's kind of making me a little jumpy, and I'm looking around. So you're gonna have some more visions. There'll be some dudes in here you have to dispatch to their afterlife. But what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to jump into this. Now, I thought I had a Mirelurk cake, but I don't. So I'm going to show you that this can be done without underwater breathing capabilities. But if you want to do any sort of exploration or looking around, I would recommend very highly that you have it. Also, just to emphasize, bring lots of healing and ways to deal with radiation, because you're going to be fighting a lot of ghouls in very close quarters, and you're gonna get hit a few times, and it's going to start adding up. When you jump down here, if you look around, there's this hole you gotta go through, and Kremvh's tooth is gonna be right here. And you might be saying, I don't even know what that looks like. Don't worry, young Padawan. I'm about to show you what it looks like. It's gnarly. Both in looks and stats. It's pretty good. And, I never use melee weapons, so the stats aren't really suited to how good it would be if you used melee more often and took melee perks. But this is what it looks like, and it's nasty. I love it. So that's your reward for climbing down this deep, dark hole. I hope you enjoy your weapon and have a great time in this hellhole. But I'm not gonna leave you just yet. I'm gonna show you what it looks like when you take swings at air. Cause this thing's just really cool looking, and maybe it'll help you decide to go get it. But right after you get it, I recommend leaving quickly because the place is really creepy.